today we're reviewing a Monogram Gremlins keychain. This is Phantom Gremlin. He's one of the coolest and most underrated and my second favorite Gremlins. He's from Gremlins 2. And these keychains came out a few years ago, and they run different prices depending on which Gremlin it is. Phantom was harder to find, so he was like, I think 15 or 17 on eBay when I found him, because I didn't want to do the blind bag thing. I don't like it. I like getting what I want and not being stuck with duplicates of things I don't want or don't care about. And there's a bunch of Gremlins on here that I just don't care about. If you guys are new, do subscribe, check out our spooky playlists. I will link the Gremlins playlist below because we have so many cool Gremlin things, including a customized Phantom that we did, and he's lovely. He's from NECA. He's like a 7-inch, and we gave him his opera cape and everything that he should have had that he had in the movie, so he's lovely, lovely. And I am Morticia, and my husband Gomez is going to show the packaging first so you'll know all the different Monogram Gremlins you can get in this specific series. These keychains are fun for accessories too, like to stick on bags or whatever, and they're like little minifigures.
So in this series we have Brownie, Combat Gizmo, Penny, Regular Gizmo, Flasher, George, Phantom, Stripe, Greta, and exclusive A and exclusive B. They are not named, only their outline is shown, and exclusive A seems a lot like one of the Gremlins in
Electricity Gremlin?
Yeah. And exclusive B, I would guess it's between Flasher and Bat Gremlin, but
I think it's Bat because they already have Flasher, and yeah. I know they did a Bat Gremlin, so. I was looking for him though because I wanted to get him for Gomez, and I couldn't find him, so I have to keep like plundering eBay when I'm bored. But Bat Gremlin is cool. He's a really neat action figure too, but he takes up a lot of room with the big wings and whatnot, so we thought the little mini version would be nice. These are stylized, and I like non-stylized the most, so I do like my NECA Gremlin figures and whatnot, and we have a lot of 80s Gremlin figures too, so these are probably my least favorite keychain designs, but it's still Gremlins, and we still get the rare ones that are hard to find. Like Phantom, there's only one action figure of him, so I wanted anything of Phantom I could get. But yeah, the Gremlins just come in that little paper plastic packaging that show the others, and then the keyring is here. And it's sturdy, it's well made, it's sturdily made onto the Gremlin itself. And Phantom is, like the others, stylized. Now his real action figure has a tuft of white hair on top of his head, not a whole long stripe like Stripe. I wonder if he was like a Stripe spawn or whatever, like offspring. But he has a little tuft of hair on his head on the action figure. If you check our NECA version, you will see that in the playlist below. But he doesn't have it on this figure, so it's sad. It's like they just didn't care to represent Phantom properly. But he does have the little mask, so you know it's Phantom, and I think he looks happy. Do you think he looks happy, Gomez?
Yes, he even has his mouth cutely open.
He's singing. Where he's singing.
Yes.
I would have also liked it if they gave him like a little baton or something, I don't know. But he's just standing. It's interesting. You can't really see this in the video because it's more like a tactile thing and whatever, but I always talk about the make of figures, so I wanted to point it out. These monograms are like a very hard rubber, and they're solid. So that's cool, and I would say they're probably like 2.5, 3 inches. They're not going to stand on their own because of the way they make the feet. Kind of like almost they're standing on tippy toes or something. So they're going to have to hang. You would accessorize them or hang them on the wall or whatever, or stand them on a shelf and lean them against the back wall if the shelf like has a backing. So that also works. We have Brain like that with our other Gremlins, and he's standing up when he's leaning back against something. But anyway, the NECA figures, they made Brain as one solid piece from the waist down, where he's kind of crouching. And I love that position with the Gremlins. So that was cool. And then they made Phantom and Flasher and some others in the 7-inch figures where they have posable legs. Except they're not really sturdily made. Flasher already had a knee problem, and we had to fix it. And I don't really love NECA figures. Like, I like the way they look, but they're not made well, and I've said that a lot because I've had problems with NECA joints, and we're very careful and gentle with our figures, so if we have problems, I don't know. But anyway, I was saying, you know, they made Brain so well from the waist down, not bending. I wish they had done that with Flasher and the rest. Just, you know, they stand up better, and they can crouch, and they look good. But they, for some reason, made Brain non-posable from the waist down, and the rest posable and easy to fall and everything. But what the point is, why it relates to this one is Phantom's legs on this figure are kind of like made like a nod to NECA because If you wiggle it, you can see very carefully, you're not going to see it on the video, but if you're holding it and you have your own Phantom, you're going to see that the hip joint is not made solidly. It's not one piece of rubber. It's like they made the legs separately and then put them on. Whereas Brain is one solid piece. Again, like from the waist down, he's one solid piece. These are not posable figures, these monograms, so I don't know why they made his legs separately and then just kind of put them on. They're glued or whatever, but you can tell that they were not. There's like a little crack seam and you can tell it's not one solid piece like Brains is. So I don't know if they made that as a nod to the NECA action figures, like a joke, and maybe I'm the only person who would notice. I don't know, because I do a lot of tactile. But anyway, that was interesting, and I was like, well, I need to be really careful with Phantom's legs since, just like NECA, they are not made as one solid piece. So anyway, that might just be something to note. I think you would have to try hard to mess these up, but I mean, don't sit there and fiddle with it and wiggle it or anything, assuming it's one piece, because it's not. So his legs are not posable, but they are not made from one solid rubber mold, as it were. And I'm sorry, I feel like I used too many words to explain that, but it's not like a basic, normal concept that usually happens. But anyway, as a stylized Phantom, he's cute. Again, the monograms do not pose, and they're just cute little stylized gremlins, but hey, it's a gremlin. I would like to get definitely Bat Gremlin and Flasher, and I like the concept of Electricity Gremlin, but they're so expensive. I don't really want to spend a lot for Electricity Gremlin. You know, he's just, even with NECA, he's just like one solid piece. He doesn't move, and it doesn't even really look like a gremlin. It's just, if you watch the movie, you would know that's Gremlins too. But, I'm not going to get Stripe in this monogram, even though I love Stripe. He's my favorite, and if you look at the playlist, I have so many 80s Stripes and rare Stripes, and Stripe is like my obsession, along with Freddy Krueger. An interesting mix, but hey, I think the two would get along. But the stylized look for monogram isn't my favorite, and I do have a lot of Stripes, and I don't have to compromise my Stripe awesome look and do the abstract kind of thing with him. But Phantom is just so rare and hard to find, as is Brain. There aren't but a couple Brain action figures, and we have both of those, and we have reviewed them. That was Applause from 1990, and then the NECA one. And we don't have Bat Gremlin at all. We do have Flasher, but I still wouldn't mind. Would you like Flasher in this monogram, Gomez?
I'm open.
That would be cute. He's just cute.
Yes.
He was in both movies too.
Yes.
I don't know how many people know that Flasher was in both movies, just like Stripe. Well, Stripe was Mohawk, but everybody knows that it's Stripe, so yeah. But anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this. I'm sorry if I was rambling. I just love gremlins, and I can talk gremlins a lot. So, and I wanted to give you guys a thorough review of how the toy is made. Toy/keychain is made. So yeah, just search eBay for the ones you want. Keep looking. You're going to see some priced at crazy prices. Just keep scrolling and looking, because eventually you'll probably find one closer to what you're willing to pay. Because some people will just ask like 30 or 40 bucks, just assuming maybe you want it now and you don't want to look, and you'll buy their crazy price. So just keep like shopping around, and like, yeah, but I would say eBay definitely. And thank you for watching. Until next time,
Stay spooky, my friends.